Good afternoon, everyone. So please first take your time to picture this. You're a teenager or even an adult facing the complexities of insecurities, of identities, and even societal expectations. Some of you could already been through the phase, but some are just start to experience it. But we all been there, right? So as we grow, we are developing as well as changing in many aspects. We are changing in our physical look or in the way we're thinking. We are developing many different relationships at different stage in our lives. So, however, today I would like to tell you is that the most valuable relationships that you have is the one with yourself. And as it is, today we're going to dive specifically into the adolescence phase, the period in life that often feels like a roller coaster, right through a maze of emotions and challenges, the period by which it will help to shape our sense of identities and self-worth. So, so the adolescent phase is not just about the physical changes, or like you reaching puberty, you grow your maxis height, your body growing, your body's hair, or your skin changes like pimples or acne appears. It's not just about the physical changes or the surge in hormones. It's the world of emotions, the quest for identities, or the struggle to find one place in the world. It's a period of both exhilarations and confusions, in which the relationships that you have with yourselves is often feel like a mess. So let me give you an example. So our school is doing their amazing job in marketing, right? And they often took a lot of pictures of it whenever we're having activities. So here's pictures of myself. Here's the pictures of myself that were taken by the school 2 years ago when I was volunteered to perform in a charity event which was held by the grade 10 back then called The Power of Dreams. So back then when I take a look at the pictures, all I could notice is my imperfections and an insecurity about myself. I think that why does I look so fat in the pictures? Why does my face look blind or my hair is looking dirty there? But without realizing the amazing fact that I was a grade 9 girl who was brave enough to give a performance for over 100 people on the stage. But right now, take a look back at the pictures. I think to myself that why am I being like that? Why am I acted that way back then? I see these pictures was absolutely normal, and I was just a normal grade 9 girl who was enjoying my age. And you know, it's not just that I take a look at the pictures of myself a few years back then, and then I take a blink, and I take a look back at it, and I thought, oh my God, I'm certainly looking beautiful now. No, I believe it's a long process of learning, cultivating, and observing. So, you know, adolescence is a period of intense self-scrutinies and insecurities as we navigate through physicals, emotionals, and social changes. Is a period, you know, some of us might gain weight, some lose weight. Normally people are having the changes on the skin, acne, and you feel insecure about that. It's all normals. And by learning to embrace all of the imperfections, you're maintaining and enhancing the relationships you have with yourself. I believe that our biggest mission is to understand ourselves. If we understand ourselves, we understand the peoples around us. We understand the world around us. And that means we understand everything. Then we will realize how much power we actually hold within ourselves. And which leads to my second point is that not only that we will encouraging self-compassion as well as self-compassion. So what you actually could do is that you're practicing journaling or practicing mindfulness. So before you wake up, instead of immediately take your phones and take a look at your phones, because take a few minutes out to actually write down just one short sentence that how you actually feel about today. I feel sad, I feel bored, I feel grateful today. It's just that simple. Or you practice mindfulness. I believe that what we are expressing outside, it's just sometimes it's just not what we actually are, but we actually think that in order to understand ourselves, we have to go really, really far. But no, it's really close to it. It's right here. It's right within our hearts. It's our inner selves. One more is that to finding our authenticities. So what I actually did back then, it's not but actually me, it was my mom. So back then, 4 years ago, she registered me a piano class, which obviously for a girl like me, I would never want to go. I'm too lazy. No, I won't go. But you know, Asian parents, and I can't really protest against that, so I have to go to the class anyway. First day was tired, second day was boring, but gradually, I didn't even know when did I actually fell in love with piano or music in general, which it has become one of my dearest friends during the adolescence time with me, during the periods in which my mental changes a lot. So that's also actually where my presentations will end. So by fostering a compassionate and authentic relationships with ourselves, we are able to understand everything around us. We are able to understand how much power we actually hold, and nothing is more afraid than a person who knows their worth and knows their value, right? And so for everyone here and for those who are currently watching right now, I challenge you to prioritize the relationships you have with yourself, invest in it, nurture it, and what it transformed your life, and also the world around you. Because there's no definitions of when someone is actually growing up, but you'll probably be mature in love enough when you realize that no one is going to help you except for yourselves. And as the great poet Rumi also said, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Thank you.